Hello and welcome to my photocard collection for the beginning of 2020. So I currently have 6 binders. This is a larger boy group binder, this is a girl group binder, and then I have 4 individual binders for either specific members or groups. So hopefully you'll enjoy my collection, and then let's just go on to the first binder. Thank you. So we'll start with my ultimate bias, which is Rowoon from SF9, but from SF9 I'll also collect Jaehyun, so I've put them in this binder together. I got these lovely decals from Verivery shop on Instagram. Just look how pretty they are. So here we go. I made these covers when everyone was in the same binder, but I thought it'd be good to keep them because they're just super cute. So then we have both versions, both of their cards from Feeling Sensation. Then we have both of them from Burning Sensation, and both from Breaking Sensation. These are from Nights of the Sun. This is Mamma Mia. This is Mamma Mia Special Edition. These are the Sensuous cards, the non-concept cards. Then on the back we have the concept cards, as well as the magnets, which are quite big, but I thought it'd be good to still keep them in here. Then we have the Narcissus album, so the selfie cards, concept cards. The other concept cards are a bit too big to fit in these 9 pockets, so they're further on. Then we have RPM, so the ID cards, concept cards, selfies. So I'm missing Jaehyun's selfie card from the max version. Hopefully I can get that soon, because it's kind of frustrating me that it's the only card I need. Then we have RPM, the 0 version, so IDs, concept, selfies. And then because they're coming back in the next few days, I've just prepared the page for them. So for this version, for this album, it's their first full album, so they have 2 versions and then 2 cards per member per version, so 8 cards altogether for me. On this page we have like any non-album cards, so these are Neo School era, these are some broadcast cards, this is the light stick card, these are from the fan club kit, this is a special Mamma Mia card, I think it was from like the tin case there was, and then this is from their Universe Japanese goods. So we have 1 Jaehyun broadcast card and then a group broadcast card, plus Jaehyun's fan club set. Then it's the larger inclusions. So Burning Sensation, Feeling Sensation. This is a lenticular from their Universe tour goods. I also just keep whoever I pull from my original album, so we have Dawon's set for those concept cards. I also have Rowoon and Jaehyun's Nights of the Sun cards. Then we have InSong's one. These are the bigger Narcissus concept cards I was talking about. So they don't quite fit in 9 pockets, but I think they look okay here. Then we have the film strips from Mamma Mia for Rowoon and Jaehyun, and then Rowoon's the special edition film card. I don't have Jaehyun's, but it's not that big of a priority. Then we have the Universe film strips, just the colour versions. Hopefully I can get the black and white versions soon as well. And then we have a Rowoon postcard from Burning Sensation, and then Chanye's cover card from Mamma Mia. So I'm pretty happy with how it currently looks, apart from that one missing card, and I'm quite excited to have more cards to add to the collection. My other ultimate bias is Donghae, and again we have this beautiful decal on the front. So we have some of his JBJ cards. These are just the photo card-ish sized ones, which I only recently collected actually. I never thought I wanted to actually include JBJ in this, but I decided to collect them as well. On the back we have some non-album cards. I have 2 on the way here, so space for them. Then we have his solo stuff, so his debut, which was D-Day. We have the 10 cards here. Then we have D-Night. Again, have the 10 cards. And then moving on to D-Hours. There is a total of 73 cards for this album, so I don't know what he was thinking, but you know, I just got to go along with it. So I have, I think, around 47 of them. These 2 here are currently somewhere else. So they are in this little holder. And this is just part of his showcase goods. Then we have the rest of them. I have this one, which is on the way. It's like oddly satisfying how nice they look on like a spread. And maybe one day I will manage to get all 73, but at the moment I'm pretty happy with slowly working my way up to them. And then this one is the photo card that came with like the little goods photo card holder that I showed. These are from his D-Day showcase. So there's 10 of those cards, and then these are from his season screens for 2020, so they're so cute. This one is especially cute. And at the back we just have the bookmarks from the D-Hours. So moving on to this other individual binder. It doesn't have a decal on it yet, but I have ordered one. And it is for the Boyz, and my bias is Q or Changmin. My main focus for him is his photo cards. So I have pretty much all of them. This one is in my phone, like in the back of my phone, so that's why it is not here. But it is one of my favourite photo cards of him, so unfortunately you can't see it. But it's from the Only. So I have all his album cards at the moment. I bought his tattoo photo card as well from VICTON, so that is on the way. And then I also have the cards from the fan club kit. These are the Dreamlike My Music Taste pre-order cards. I have a double which I'd probably like to trade for a different member, but I've also not got Qs yet, so if anyone would like to trade any of these, please let me know. Then we have other inclusions, so this is from the Only. I only have this one, I don't have the other one. Then we have his Bloom Bloom concept cards, or cover cards, message cards, whatever you want to call them. Then these are from Dreamlike as well, but I don't have Changmin's ones yet, so I just kept who I pulled. I do have his little photo book. And then at the back we just have the larger card from the fan club kit. And then finally for individual binders we have this one, which is for a whole group, and that is Verivery. So Verivery are one of my favourite rookies of 2019, so much so that I decided I wanted to collect OT7 for some things. My main bias is Hoyoung, but because they usually do a normal version and a DIY version, I've decided to collect OT7 things for the normal versions and only Hoyoung for anything DIY even. So we have their first album, Very Us. So I have all the members' cards for that. And we have the second, which is Very Able, and I only have 2 members' cards. They're a bit harder to find. They're not impossible to find, I've just not gotten around to buying them yet. Then we have their like single album, Very Chill, Very Unchill, Very Chill. but we have every members for the normal version. And because they're coming back next week, I've kind of prepared, so OT7 lenticulars, OT7 photocards. I also bought the Kino, which comes with 24 photocards, so keeping those in there. And then we have the other Hoyoung photocards that I collect, so these are the DIY versions. DIY. And then preparing for the new album that I haven't either traded or just I'd like to keep it. And then we have the transparent cards, which I'm not really interested in collecting, so I'll just keep whoever I pull. So these are postcards from Very Able. This is from the DIY version of Verivery, I believe. Then we have DIY postcard from Very Chill. And then we have the wanted posters from Very Chill, the normal version. I'll just keep who I pull for those, so it doesn't really bother me that much. So this binder is pretty big. Ideally it should probably be 2 separate binders, but at the moment it is just one. The order of them is kind of in preference of group, but it kind of just dwindles as it gets further in, but they're mostly by group and mostly have cover pages, but the cover pages do disappear later on. So we'll start with Stray Kids, and I collect Felix. So I have pretty much all his cards. This is On the Way. I'm only really missing this card here, which is the I Am You card with like the white I Am You written at the bottom. So hopefully I can find that soon. Then we have Miro, Yellowwood, Levanter. They're all on the way, so either from eBay or trades. I'm just trying to find his lenticular, but I refused to pay, I think it was £14 for the lenticular on eBay. So then we have 1 to 9, and I collect 3 members. So we have their first album, their most recent album, then we have their concert cards, and then just some other random cards. I'm missing Jinsung's circle card and also the other version of this 4-cup. So I have 2 versions of that, but I don't have the other. These are also from their like tour goods or concert goods. I bought quite a few of the random things, so I also got a few doubles at the back. Then we have One Team. My bias is Ribbon. I have pretty much everything of him. I'm just missing this version 2 card from their debut. And on the back we just have his cards for their My Music Taste pre-order. I kept 2 of the other ones. This is the version of this that I'm missing, so if anyone wants to trade, please let me know. Then these are other inclusions, postcards, some more member specific postcards. Then we move on to Ace. So my bias is Wow. So for each version or each album, I like to have at least 2 full cards. So we have Adventures in Wonderland. I'm still looking for another version. I have a Byungkwan card if anyone is interested in trading. Then we have Undercover. Then we have the Mad Squad plus the pre-order card. And then I just kept my spare pre-order card on the back because it's too cute. So then these are the Seasons Greetings cards for last year. These are also from the Seasons Greetings. These are Adventure in Wonderland's standees plus undercover sticker. A little tattoo sheet from Mad Squad. Then we're on to my other favourite rookies of the year, or of 2019, only one of. So I have kind of like 3 biases. I like all of the members truly, and if I could I would collect all of them, but it's practically impossible. I mean, it's not impossible, but it would cost a lot of money. So I've decided to collect KB, Junji and 9. So for the first album I was lucky enough to pull Junji's set. I have this KB on the way. I'm still looking for the other versions. So for their second album I luckily pulled KB's white version card, Junji's white version card. I found 9's set on VICTON and also KB's black version card on VICTON, so the only card I'm really looking for is Junji's black version. In addition to that, I managed to get a KB broadcast card, which is on the way, and also a signed Junji broadcast card, which is also on the way. It would be ideal to get a 9 one, but that, because he's like one of the most popular members, I think it's too hard. It would also be too expensive to get one of his, so I'm happy with just having these. Then we have the like film strips. So these are from the debut album. And again, we have VA9. These are from the second album. VA again, 9 again, and then Yujong. Then we have the bigger cards. And then we're moving on to Trey. So Trey only debuted last year and I've not had any come back since, which is quite upsetting because I was looking forward to them, but hopefully 2020 they'll release something else because I miss them a lot. So I have every member's card. It was hard to get, but it was worth it. Then we move on to my NCT/WayV collection. My main bias is Lucas, but I also collect Renjun. I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but it's quite hard to pronounce. So we have Lucas's cards from NCT 2018. I'm missing his full card from Takeoff. We have all his cards from Super M's album, both the American and the Korean. Then we have his full card from Take Over the Moon. On the back we have just Renjun set from We Boom, plus this Jamin Circle card, and then I'm missing both Lucas's circle cards from the WayV albums. We have these Boom cards, so I just kept whoever I pulled. Doesn't really bother me that much that I don't have Renjuns. Then we have X1. I was brave to make the decision to like collect 4 members, but I don't really regret it. I collect Sungwoo, Sungyeon, Hangyo, Dohyun, but it's almost impossible to find these cards for decent prices or even trades, because usually they're looking for like trades of each other. So if someone has Sungwoo's card, they usually want Sungyeon's card. So I still don't have them yet, but hopefully eventually I'll be able to get them. I also don't understand why these 2 cards specifically became so rare, where these 2 were quite easy to find. Anyways, these are the Shokon cards, so I have every member set for that. These are the bookmarks from Quantum Leap and Bisang. I'm just missing Dohyun's Bisang version. These are just the little group full cards. These are the Kino cards, which kind of got a bit messy. Then we have the Shokon postcards, so I have my biases here, and then I sold a few other ones, but I just wanted to keep these as well. These are from Sungyeon fan site slogan, so I just wanted to keep them in here because they're really cute. Then we move on to AB6, and my bias is Wing. We have his folk cards from the first album plus just a group card. Then we have the second album, or the first full length album, and I just wanted to collect 2 selfie cards from each version, so I'm still looking for another one. But we have both his concept cards, or the scratch cards even, and then this random Youngmin on the back, just because I couldn't give it up. It's just, he's too cute. I'm too tempted to collect him as well, but I won't. I'll restrain myself. Then I'll just keep whoever I pull for any other inclusions. So we have those. Then we have ONEUS. ONEUS is my bias. So we have his first album, Photocards. This is not his, but I'm not looking to trade it either, so it doesn't really bother me. Then we have the Razors versions. So I have the white version, but I'm still looking for the blue version. And then I'm also looking for both versions of Fly With Us. I have his postcard for Razors. And then Gunnies. So just the Fly With Us inclusions. And then we move on to 17. So I've only recently started collecting 17. I'm a bit late in the game. So I'm only really looking to start from You Make My Day onwards, and then I'll decide if I want to go backwards. So my bias is Minghao, or the 8. So I only have one of his cards for You Make My Day. I've purchased the full set for You Made My Dawn. So I'm waiting for those to arrive. And then for an ode, I only have one version so far, but I have bought another 5 versions. So hopefully we can get some good pulls from that. I managed to pull this card and traded for this one, so I'm only missing 2 and the circle card. It'll be a slow process, but I'm looking forward to collecting it. Then we have another new addition to my collection, and it is IZ or Is, and they are honestly so good, so I'd recommend you go check them out. My bias is Hyunjin, but even though there's only 4 members, it's actually really hard to pull him. But at the moment I'm just happy with whatever pulls I get. I'm not really looking to trade. If people do approach me for trades, then that would be great too. So I have one other Hyunjin card here. And then I bought another version of Memento just so I can have another photo card here because it looks quite lonely. So hopefully I don't pull a double. Then we have Ateez. My bias is Sam, so I'm missing his photo card from EP1. But then I have his card for EP2, both for EP3. I'm missing this version for the finale. Yep, that's what it's called. And then also missing both his versions for the anniversary version. And then I've just put in 2 fillers for the new album, which comes up soon. Then we have CIX. So I currently only have their debut album, and I did have all 5 members, both versions, but I decided that was a bit too much, so I have narrowed it down to 3 members. So hopefully when I eventually get the second album, I can expand on my collection, because currently there's just 1 page. Then there's no cover page for this, but it's TXT. I also don't have their second release yet. Then we have got 7, so my biases are Yukyeom, Babam and Jackson. I don't really hardcore collect them. I'm just I've got the rule of if I have one of my biases cards per era, then I'm happy. I did try and collect Yukyeom for a little while, but I kind of just drifted from that. So yeah, we have the most recent stuff as well. These are other inclusions. The postcards, the pre-order postcards from the album. And then we move on to iKON. So I don't collect a specific member for iKON. I just keep who I pull. These are for mix and match. Half debut album, full debut. And then I get kind of like blurry with the names of the other albums. But I know this is Begin. I forget what you're called. Yeah, I forgot. But out of 17 albums, I only ever pulled 1 handing card, so it's very precious to me. I miss him so much. I forget where these are from, but they're like little Polaroids. Oh, the debut album. There we go. And then these transparent cards. And then when it gets to here, it's kind of just any miscellaneous. kind of cards. So these are my original GBG pools, so Sangyun's set. These are UMB cards, Jang Daehyun from his solo album, Mighty, Asian, my One Lonely Beast card from their tour DVD. Then we have Romeo, Halo, The Legend, Adtown, Speed, my One Lonely VICTON card. This is a larger UMB card. These are from Romeo's album. A random PO card. This is a Subin photocard, postcard from their newest album. JBJ standee, another Romeo larger card. And then these are UMB and JBJ. So for my girl groups binder, it's just in this touring. I've not managed to upgrade it yet to a different binder, but currently we start with Oh My Girl. So Sungi and Aaron are kind of like the main biases, so try and collect as much of them as possible, but it's not a high priority. And then just try and collect, we just keep whatever we get as well. Also collect these Polaroids that they release every era. Oh, these are from, yeah, these are from the fan club kit, I believe. So yeah, Sungi and Aaron set plus the group cards that they're in. These are other inclusions. These are also from the fan club kit. Then we have my very small Yeti collection, which I'm hoping to expand on eventually. And then on the back is just other members that we've pulled for Red Velvet albums. We have Wendy's things from day 2. Then we have the GWSN. So Mia and Lena are the biases. Other inclusions, Lena's little transparent bookmark is behind there. Then these don't really, I don't really have a space for these, but they are so cute. These little transparent fans. Yeah, super cute. So they just kind of go in here. Then we have Eyes One. So I'm just missing the Nako selfie from their debut, but we have everything else. And then we have Twice, so it's a very small Twice collection. Just keep who we pull. So Cheer Up, Signal, Fancy, and Feel Special. We have the lyric book. Then kind of in a more random girl group, so we have Nine Muses, Cherry Bullet, G-Friend, Promise 9, Chungha, Itzy. I've left those spaces because we only have one version of It's Icy, so we take the other. This is from Saturday's album. Bestie, Sorry, Nature. And then we got given these A-Pink pre-order cards, but they're so cute, so they are staying. And a larger G-Friend card, Yeri standee, Promise 9 standees, a G-Friend bookmark, no, Oh My Girl bookmark, and Promise 9 like maze card, whatever it was called. Then we have some Chungha inclusions, Chungha again, and then Jiho's lenticular from Fancy. And that is it for my photocard collection. So thank you if you watched it, and I hope you can monitor my changes of my photocards throughout the year as I'm looking to expand my collection even more. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.